We flex our Second Amendment rights out here. Goddamn Riverside.
Facts.
Hey Ramsay, though, we gotta talk about Tramp Stamp though, bro. Real talk, dude.
Let's
Good
talk
shit
about
on
it.
that fucking track,
Thank
bro.
you, man. Appreciate it.
Honestly, I heard that shit and I was like, he really did that shit, bro. All these past years of me pressing you, like, hey, you gotta release, and then with your recent release with 999, the whole 4 tracks, and then like I mentioned, Tramp Stamp, dude, like, dude, good shit on the whole releases lately, bro.
Thank you, man.
Pretty good.
I remember we were talking about it like fucking late last year, and you were like, dude, you need to start releasing. And I was like, I know.
I've been bugging you for the past 3 years, like, hey, dude, you know what? Like, you gotta just like release it, bro, and like. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just be trying to tell people, like, dude, like, you just release it because you never know. Because I know sometimes you get thought in that trap of like that thought process, like, I don't know if it's like too good for me to release it. Like, you always want to keep on doing other projects and like try to like one up the recent project you just worked on. So like, you get caught in that trap of like, oh, like I can make it better.
Mm-hmm.
All these years pass by and like, and you just never know. Like, you know. People may actually like will enjoy the art that you make currently, and people like to see that journey and the progression for sure, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm really glad to see now that you're recently releasing, and we're hoping to see a lot of that.
Appreciate
this
it, man.
upcoming year, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely focusing on trying to release something each month, and then hopefully doing like like when I hit 2,000 followers on SoundCloud, I'm trying to release something, either that or by the end of the next month in February. But yeah, just. I have stuff to like release. I mean, I may not think it's like the best, but it's like, I mean, I've passed up too much time. I gotta just put stuff out.
I mean, as long as you're satisfied, with
absolutely.
with the outcome of the track,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the most important. And then everything else that follows, like people like engaging to your stuff, liking your stuff, sharing your music, like that's a great thing. And it can even be 50 people, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Fucking 8 crazy do it to it numbers type shit, but
yeah, that's top of the line right there.
But it's always cool to know that at least someone outside of like your space, maybe even someone that you don't know, can like connect to your art and be like, oh, this is tight. Like I'm gonna follow this person and like, yeah, looking forward to see more consistent releases from this particular artist. So and I'm glad, dude, like you've been releasing lately, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more records this year. Which
absolutely, man, absolutely. We're all doing it, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, Ramsay. Thank you for coming to the Spotlight podcast,
absolutely.
Bro.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah. And for the first time viewers here, first time listeners on YouTube and SoundCloud, this is a Spotlight podcast where we talk about all the trending topics in dance music and showcase upcoming platforms, music, and artists. Like I mentioned before, this is our special guest, Ramsay. How's that Michelada doing you, bro?
It's not bad. I like it.
Yeah, for all the viewers out there, we are some Mexicans, so we are gonna be drinking the micheladas. We're always gonna have Coronas or Modelos for the people that come.
Vin Diesel, homie. Shout out Vin Diesel.
we family out here, bro.
It's for the culture. It's for the culture.
When you come to the studio, you family. You feel me? Out here.
But fucking Olive Garden out here.
Oh, geez.
When you're here, your family.
What's your favorite beer?
Fuck. I mean, like,
are you into like regular draft beers, IPAs?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I work at a brewery and I'm exposed to a shitload of breweries in Anaheim. But as far as like craft beer, dude, there's this place in Anaheim called Green Cheek, and dude, their hazies are so amazing. They're so amazing. So I'll definitely put Green Cheek for like craft beer. But if I'm just like at Stater Brothers or some shit, then like, dude, I always go for Corona. I don't know why.
That's your go-to.
It's a go-to, bro. Corona over Modelo. If you disagree with me, then
we're gonna put a poll up now. We're gonna find out.
Let's find out.
What's your favorite beer, Robert?
My go-to, that it's always good no matter where you go. You at a beach, nightclub, you can't go wrong. I'm gonna hit the Dos Equis, bro.
Dos Equis is like a safe option.
I think
you can always trust that it's gonna be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's refreshing. For sure.
Oh, yes, it is. I was on Pacifico for a little bit too.
That's my favorite beer I've been fucking with right now. Yeah,
Pacifico's
pretty good.
And what's crazy too is like in Mexico, it's so hard to fucking get Pacifico out there. You would think like the complete opposite, but when I went through that little phase, I was like asking everyone, like, we would go to bars and shit, and it's like, can I get a Pacifico? They're like, no, you American fuck. We don't do that here. I was like,
what I have noticed about visiting like particular areas of Mexico, because I had gone to when I went to my recent trip in Mexico, I went to Jalisco, and then I went to go to León, Guanajuato, and I noticed that like each area has like their like the brands that they trust, like for sure, like if you can't get a Pacifico like in that pueblo, you gotta like drive 20, 30 kilometers.
Yeah, true.
To like get another like beer like that. It's not like America where you can just walk into the grocery store and like there's like a bunch of options. Like, like it's very territorial with the kind of brands that they represent. From what I noticed, and when I went over there, the beer that I was messing with the most, it was in Jalisco. It was Victorias.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we have them. We have them over here too in Southern California. So that's what I've been messing with over there. Cause
it's fire.
Yeah.
Apparently in Mexico, like with the craft brew like stuff, people love stouts over there.
Do they? I didn't notice that.
I didn't know that either, but apparently my coworker was telling me that she took a trip down there and she was really surprised about how many people like stouts down there. I mean, sometimes it's hot, bro, and stouts with hot temperatures, no, fuck that.
Nah, facts, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you two, let us know in the comments what's your favorite beer. We want to know what you guys taste right now. But hey, Dylan, let's start off with a segment that we do here. It's called Quick Hits.
Let's do it.
So it's a questionnaire. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Nothing too complicated, easy to answer. Pretty much opens up your personality, and we're gonna time you as well. So
let's do it.
Try not to think too long on that. Quick, easy answers.
Get my zone.
This is Quick Hits with our special guest, Ramsay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up on the video, and the bell alert button as well. If you guys are digging the content, want to see more content, we out here. All right, brother. Here's Quick Hits.
Let's go.
Question number 1. What's your social media handle?
Fuck Ramsay on Instagram, Ramsay Dubs everywhere else.
Favorite DJ software?
Ableton. No, DJ software.
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess Rekordbox.
Rekordbox, cool. Age you started at?
It's music producing, like DJing. Fuck, maybe like 14.
Favorite genre of dance music?
Fuck, I'm gonna be a basic bitch, Riddim, dude.
Favorite music streaming platform?
SoundCloud, usually.
Yeah.
Right.
Favorite BPM?
250. No, I'm kidding. 140.
What the fuck?
250. Hold on, stop the timer. What?
Yeah, no, I love fucking hardstyle. No, I'm kidding.
Special skill.
Fuck, I can butt chug pretty well. Anyways, next one.
Wait, what? Oh,
butt chug. You don't butt chug, dude.
First festival.
While drinking a clamato.
Oh damn.
Cleanses the soul.
First festival, bro.
Hard Summer 14.
Hard summer? Why?
Hey.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
It was my birthday's on July 29th, and Hard Summer's always right after. So as soon as I turned 18, we went straight to Hard Summer.
Hell yeah.
That was our first Hard Summer.
Was it
my first festival too?
At Whittier? The Whittier
Narrows,
Fields.
dude.
Yeah,
that
Jack
was the
U.
fucking best.
Jack,
was
dude,
so
that was my
fire,
best
bro.
Hard Summer experience.
Dude, best Hard Summer ever. And it started raining during Jack U.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then
bro.
the fire came out during their sets.
I saw
and
Carnage throw a
hell
tantrum. Dude, that shit was
What
lit.
happened? Oh, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
he was like talking shit on Gary Richards, the founder
Yeah,
of Hard
yeah.
Summer.
Fucking
Like, fuck
Destructo.
Gary, blah, 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 blah.
I forgot about
Dude, the
that.
CDJs were fucking up on him. He was trying to blame the rain. I fucked that shit, but
Jackie had a good set, bro.
God
Fucking-
damn
Jack
it.
U had a fire set, but that's why you don't go to a Carnage set to close out, bro. You go to Jack U. I think that's what you did too, or fuck. I think that is what you did, right? You went to go see Carnage instead of someone else that was closing out.
I think
I
it was
forgot who it was.
Martin Garrix, no? Or Nero. Wasn't Nero?
No,
that
it
night?
was Nero. It was
Yeah, yeah.
Nero was the second day, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was. And that,
Yeah, because I
And
closed out Nero
Carnage,
too.
Carnage happened, I think, day 2 when I saw the tantrum. I'm like, dude, is this real, like, real life happening right now?
It didn't seem. I didn't see it personally, but I saw videos. It was
Seen
like,
video,
that
yeah,
didn't seem
videos were like
fucking
Rosen.
real.
I was there, but I was like, dude, is this shit really happening right
Like,
now?
this is
He's like
insane.
throwing a tantrum, like talking shit on the person that booked him right now. Like, that's some Carnage shit.
That is some Carnage
That's some
shit,
Carnage shit.
A lot
What
of
do
breath
you
and shit.
want? I don't know how the chat goes, but what's your dream festival though, dude?
Dream Festival.
Mhm.
Fuck. It's hard. I mean, I think for every dubstep producer, it's Lost Lands. But honestly, dude, like Rampage looks so sick. Dude.
That is
Rampage
an amazing choice.
Oh my god, I love Rampage.
You know, a lot of people say that the base mecca right now is Lost Lands. I'd be like, bro, you better recognize because Rampage has been putting
Rampage
it on.
has been putting it the fuck on for
Yeah.
years, man.
That's over there out in Belgium, I believe. Yeah,
yeah, I
fucking
think so.
That's ridiculous, man.
I love the mixture of drum and bass and dubstep, and everyone seems to like respond to drum and bass so well in Belgium. Like it looks like it's like that's what they fucking listen to.
And are you basing that from the YouTube videos that you see on YouTube with like all these sets? Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the triple back-to-back set. I think it was in Feg, back-to-back Murda, back-to-back. Some other person.
I think it was just those two, but then the triple
Samplifier. I think it was Samplifier.
What sample? That might have been
Infect Murder. I don't know, but it was a triple back to back. I was like, dude, that shit is like so ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. And he said, man.
Yeah, the energy and awesome. Rampage, like it's full on. Every track, no one looks like tired, dog. Energized, like. Yeah, I remember they were I want to go attend that.
They were on the mic and it was like, it's the last set of the fucking night. It's 4 a.m. Let's get fucking crazy. And everyone, dude, no one looked like they were tired. It was amazing. Like people will go there to fucking rage.
No, yeah, that's a bass mecca for sure. Drum and bass, especially like. You get all the drum and bass slaps there. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna get the dubstep slaps no matter what, but like for drum and bass slaps, that's the mecca of that for sure. You're gonna get unreleased. You're gonna get sick ass underground demos being played in that shit. Like
straight up with great production.
Not familiar? Go on YouTube, search up Rampage. You have a better understanding of what we're talking about for sure.
Absolutely, fucking a good set, dude. Fuck, I'm trying to think of like who people should search up. Obviously that. Infect and Murder is good though.
Is Rampage just one stage?
It's just one stage
for their main festival because they have open air too, which is like
a
bigger. Or I don't know if it's bigger, but it's just like outside. The main Rampage is like in
That's
like a stadium or something like that.
I could just imagine the energy from the DJs, dude. Dog.
And they had, I don't know if they are still doing it, but one year they had the production like it was so sick. They had like these like chandelier things, and they would be at the top of the fucking like stadium, and then throughout the sets they would like drop them down, so they were like literally like right here to you. Like the production is so sick at Rampage, it's insane.
Yo, shout out to the stagehands though for keeping that shit hella safe.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus,
that could have been
big shout out to production crews, man, putting in that work to make those experiences memorable.
Absolutely, because
when you go there, you see the big crowd, you see the DJ, the sound, and then the production on top of everything being all coordinated, being monitored by the very minute by the crew, like. It makes for a way better experience, and that's just big shout out to all the behind the scenes people, you know, because people see the spotlight on the DJ and like on the stage, right? But like the behind the scenes, which is like the stagehand, mixing engineer, security guards, like making that shit a good, safe, memorable experience for festival goers. Like big shout out to them for sure.
Straight up, first to show, last to go. You're the real heroes.
And you did some production work like that as well when you were working Innovative, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I was. Yeah, I was doing well, I mean, we basically dabbled with everything, but I would mainly stick with like lighting. I mean, sounds kind of for what we were doing, it was really simple. It was just a few speakers and subs and shit. But like, dude, setting up like stages and getting creative with it, it's pretty fun. It can be like stressful if like the time can like crunch down a little bit because sometimes we've been a little late setting up.
Happens.
It happens, bro, but it's fun. Nevertheless, when you're like, when everything's set up and you just get to run the lights, it's so fun. It's fucking cool.
Were you already doing that like the minute you joined Innovative?
No.
Or was that just like something you picked up like a year or two after?
It happened pretty quick because I knew nothing about it. I remember I showed up to. Were you there for Euphoria?
I was booked for that.
Yeah.
That was my first show with Innovative and MOD events, was it?
With
Jesse Lee.
With Jesse. Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, that was like 2017, 2016. That was like 4 years ago. 5 years ago now, bro.
Yeah, man. Fucking time flies.
Yeah, dude. It's flying.
I remember I showed up though, and I was like super new to Innovative. I knew no one, but I remember Isaac was like, shout out Isaac, laughter.mov. He was pretty much telling everyone like, oh, if you want to come by and help out, swing by a little early. We'll be setting everything up. And I was like, fuck it, let's try it out. I showed up and like, did you ever meet the stagehand that would help us, John?
If you were to show me like a picture, I probably would recognize.
Maybe. Yeah. He's an older dude, but
okay, I think I may know who you're talking about. I'll always be kicking it with like Garrett and all.
Yeah.
Sure
That's our little fucking production dad right there.
Word. Okay.
And I showed up and he was like, oh, who's helping out today? And I was like, me. And he was thinking like, oh, cool, I have actual stagehands. I didn't know shit. So he was like telling me like, oh, go set this up. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know what you're talking about. And like, I fucked up so bad. And dude, he was like yelling at me like, do you not know what the fuck you're doing? And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm actually, this is my first time fucking doing this. And he's like, dude, fuck. Like, you don't even know where any of my chords are. I'm like, oh, dude. I thought I was gonna like set up CDJ. Yeah, fuck. Well, by the end of the day, I was just like kept coming back, and I was just like, "What do you need me to do, man?" And he was like, "You're still fucking here? Like, God, people would have quit by now. Like, fucking leave." But no, he's super cool, man. I love that guy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's like your typical like stage setup process? Like what goes like first into like that process? Like is it like the stands for like the trussing, or is it like the lifters for like where the booth goes at, or like
Well,
how's that process?
it can vary, I guess. Like at least for what we would do with Innovative, it would we would always start off with like the truss, put the base plates on. It's always smart to put your lights on before you throw up the truss, because you don't want to put like lights on a fucking 13 high.
Like on a ladder or
Yeah.
a high yeah, for sure. Okay.
Because dude, those moving heads we would use are heavy. They're fucking heavy, man. Because they're outdoor lighting, so they shine. They're fucking. If you stand in front of them while like a white light's on you, like it'll burn. It's heavy duty shit. But we would start off with just putting the lights on, I guess, and then like wiring them, throwing them up, and then I guess making sure like the cords don't look like gross. Making sure they're like all like tucked in behind the truss, and then like taping down all the things or all the wires so no one trips on them. And then you just run it to the computer, set up your scene. So, you know, if you wanted like usually what you'd use is like a little like a B pad. It kind of looked like a little NPC. And each one of those like pads would have a different scene on it. So if I wanted strobe, I'd know that this one's a strobe. I'll hit that like on a drop. If like some melodic shit was happening, I'd like make it slow and all colorful and all fucking trippy and stuff. But yeah, fucking, it's a cool process. It's fun.
And I still hear that you're still doing that as well. Like you do production like at a venue. I remember I seen you doing production for those yesterdays. Yeah, bro. So like right now, like you're comfortably good with like working on like DMXing for lights, like all that kinds of production.
Yeah. It can be simple when you like know how it works, but dude, at first like it can be so confusing. I remember we set up a show at Catch One once, and it was at Catch One.
And is this still you with Innovative?
Yeah, this is at Innovative, and I think it was like the Jewel Room, but I routed everything backwards, and they didn't find out till the show started. And bro, like none of the lights are turning on, and then someone found out, and they're like, cool, where the stage is not gonna open for another like hour maybe.
The opening DJs right there like, hey, so what's going on? Am I gonna get on? Shit, your shit got pushed back. Like,
yeah,
actually, you know what, like we just got no more time. You're not playing no more, bro.
I think we just let them play while we were fucking back there still. Like,
sometimes they gotta get their set in, bro.
Now that stage is designed right there. You guys were just props in his
it was a show. I was like there, I was part of the show.
It was a how-to and a DJ set at the same time.
Yeah, straight up. It was a master class.
It was an experience for sure.
Yeah. Shit's fun though. I like it.
Yeah, and while you were doing that with Innovative, that's when you like started. You were already Ramsay, right? From what I remember.
Yeah.
Did you go into Innovative already being Ramsay, or was that something that you developed like during that process?
No, I got it as I was in Innovative already. I had another name that I'm not gonna say because it's embarrassing as hell. But I was hanging out with Garrett, and Garrett's the one that gave me the name actually.
All right, okay.
He had that idea of like, I want someone to be making Riddim and have their name Ramsay. The original idea was to only sample Gordon Ramsay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but like there was like a mixture of like, I don't want to be trapped in that box, so just like this is all you do. And then there was like every single good like vocal sample he has, there's always background music in it because he's on like Hell's Kitchen, and like it's always like the best things. There's like a fucking like violin and shit behind it because it's on TV, there's constant music. But yeah, it started off with a different name. Then Garrett gave me it like a few months in, I guess.
And were you already liking Riddim at this point, or was just like okay?
I mean, I started listening to dubstep in like 2012, maybe 2011.
What was like one of the first artists that got you into dubstep, that introduced you?
First one was probably Skrillex, but when I started like venturing off a little more, I went into like Borgor, like Bar 9, fucking Rusko, and like Caspa, all that, and all the Circus Records dudes and all that.
You went to UFK dubs on YouTube and seen all that shit right there.
Oh yeah, that was the best record label back then. Fucking with the Dubba Johnny, fucking dubstep tutorials and shit, dude. Oh man,
awesome. Those are the days, bro.
Those are the days, man. It's
like I didn't know those were the days back then, but now I know those are the days.
like you'll hear people be like, "Oh fuck, I remember the '80s." I'm like, "Oh, what's so special about the '80s?" But then like you go through a decade of like music, specifically dance music. It's like
You see the change.
shit. I remember the '10s.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that what we say now? I remember the 10s.
Oh, dude, the
Dude.
'10s was
I remember
awesome.
the 10s.
The early 10s, bro. Those were smacking.
Oh, bro, '10s music. Hey, play some '10s music.
Those classics, bro. Dude, yeah.
Oh,
it was,
man.
it
I
was
can't wait for our 70s.
our 70s. Yeah, it's gonna be
I
a
wonder
nice
what
era.
kind of drugs we're gonna have then. Bro.
Oh fuck, dude.
70s Woodstock, bro. Our 70s Woodstock. Imagine that.
We're gonna be tripping in the metaverse at that point.
Yeah, fucking legalized metaverse ayahuasca.
Fuck. They'll be like, nah, it's all natural.
Like, no.
All digital. It's all digital.
It's all digital. I'm fucking dead, dog.
It's a digital trip, bro.
No, yeah. So it was like you're a hardcore rhythm like person, or were you like still messing around with other genres?
I still fucked around with other genres. I'm very open to like different genres. Not even just EDM, like everything. Like at work, dude. Like I'll be listening to Black Sabbath, and then fucking I'll hear like Bad Romance come on from the other speakers. I'm like, oh, this song smacks, dude. Bad Romance is a good fucking song, right? If
Lady
anyone
Gaga?
disagrees with me, then just fuck off.
No, I mean,
Lady Gaga smacks, dude.
I remember when Lady Gaga was pushing P, bro. Like back in the 07s, 08s. Like
Did you see fucking A Star Is Born?
I haven't, no.
Dude, if you want to cry a little bit, dude, watch that shit. It's a good
I'll
movie.
probably wait on that.
It's a good movie, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I haven't seen it, but I've been with enough females that started watching it to seen it.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Apparently.
There's a scene where Lady Gaga sings in like a parking lot, bro. And like, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Watch The Star Is Born. You're gonna love it.
I'm gonna have to check that out then.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very diverse in music, I guess. Like, I love CCR. I love Zeppelin. I love a lot of old stuff. My dad kind of put me on to like 80s metal when I was a kid, and then
All right.
my mom with like kind of like her grunge type stuff. But as far as like back then with EDM and stuff, I loved Dirty Dutch. Like when Blend was doing his all that electro stuff, dude. Those are the days.
All the Quince DJs would play that bass.
dude,
I
at
feel
Gotham
it,
and
yeah.
shit, bro. Oh,
True.
my God.
So would you also go on YouTube and look up top Dirty Dutch mix 2008?
Dude, the hour
Whatever.
mixes, bro.
You would do that shit too?
Oh yeah.
Hey, and shout out to the YouTube channel owners. I will put the track names in the description. You feel
Yeah,
me? 'Cause
straight
that's
up.
guys
Y'all
did
the
us a
real
favor.
heroes.
like shit,
Real
bro.
fucking
Made the
heroes.
music hunting way easier.
Mhm.
Just filtered out all the bangers. Like
I remember I didn't have an
Fuck.
iPod back then either, so like all I had was my PSP. So I would like download all my music on PSP.
oh, word.
Dude, that was we got by back then.
And no facts. Hey, PSPs were buzzing back in the day. Those were like our modern iPads. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
They're-
I
think
type
they're
with,
better
you know?
than iPads. to
Dude,
be
were they
honest,
not
bro.
ahead of their time
Dude,
with the
you
Way
get
PSP?
up,
ahead of their
dude.
time.
Way fucking ahead of the time.
And that PSP, well, I'm not gonna lie, they started going into some other shit. But when
Yeah,
that
yeah.
first little PSP Vita that slid up or
Mhm.
whatever,
a little sidekick.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I never got it, but it looked cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how I used to get my music back then. Fucking downloading it on PSP and listening to this big ass block in my class.
Walking to middle school and shit with that shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Listening to music, playing Star Wars Battlefront and all that shit.
Dude, the
It's
Family
knocking.
Guy video game.
Yeah,
good old
bro.
days.
Watching Lords of Dogtown and shit because that's the movie that came with it.
Bro, you could pull up Ableton on a PSP, bro. You remember that shit?
Wait, could you?
Nah, I just.
I was
was
like,
like,
say,
wait.
what
That's
the
how
fuck?
good the PSP was. That's how
Dude.
good the PSP was.
See, that's how believable it was. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, it could have done anything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it though. People were fucking cracking the shit out of those.
Yeah, you see that meme of like the FL Studio on like a little small ass Game Boy?
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance. No,
Yeah.
the one that flipped.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That wasn't the color, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Speaking on dolls, what was your first program that you started with?
FL Studio, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
How long were you in FL Studio before you converted into the Ableton
The
fam?
one that we do not name here.
True.
Ableton, that one.
Voldemorton.
I was using it for maybe like 2 years, and it was interesting to like learn that you can make music on your own, because I grew up with like playing in like bands and shit. So I play guitar and drums and stuff. So it was always like, I want to say it was like frustrating, but it was always hard to find people that were like, you know, had the same ideas and like the same like skill set, I guess. And then it was always hard to like work with people, I guess. And when I found out that you can just make shit on your own and on your computer, it was like, what the fuck? This is so sick. Like I don't have to deal with anyone. This is awesome. And then
Just deal with yourself, right?
yeah, I could beat myself up now. This is awesome. And that's when I found FL Studio, and then from there went to Ableton a few years later. But I kept Ableton on my computer for so long before I used it because it was just I opened it up and I was like, this is intimidating. I don't know how this works. Because at first, like there was like no YouTube videos on like how to work it. I mean, there was, but it wasn't as in depth as it is now.
What year was it that you were getting into FL?
I think like 2011, 2012.
So I want to say around that time is when working independently really blew up. Like before then, you really couldn't do that. Like I want to say maybe early 2000, between 2005 and onward is when people were actually able to get an actual big ass desktop computer, open up a DAW and shit like that. They had floppy disks and shit to get the programs on your computer and whatnot. And
I wish I could have worked with floppy disks. That would have been cool.
Floppy dicks.
Floppy dicks, dude. I want to work with floppy dicks. I know a thing or two about floppy dicks.
Floppy disk.
Nah, I feel
I
you.
fucked up one word on this podcast and had to be that one.
It was just one letter, bro. Just one letter.
We butt chugging. It's cool.
Dude, imagine sharing music projects back in the day. Hey bro,
dude.
give me the floppy disk, bro. Let me work on some shit.
Give me the floppy dick, dude. Let me get that project.
We have it so easy, bro. Because now if you want to share projects, it's all digital,
Splice.
right? Through email or some or Splice, right?
Yeah.
Not back in the day, it's like, oh shit, bro. Well,
you gotta come over.
I gotta bring my cassette recorder, or like I gotta bring the floppy disk so I could like put it in that like music program of that time, like. Or sometimes it wasn't even like a digital music program. It was all analog, dude.
Yeah, right.
Like all vinyl, like cassette recording, you know, film recording. Like shit was crazy back then.
Yeah.
You have it easy for sure.
All that international collabing was not a thing back then. And now it's like,
yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
If I want to send something to Australia, I can do it right now. So
like this whole like home studio culture, producing on a laptop, it's still relatively new, you know? So it's like.
It kind of is. I mean, shit's still in its baby stages if you really think about it. Like, who knows where everything's going to be in like 10, 20 years. Yeah,
same thing with this whole like rhythm culture and bass culture in the US. It's relatively super new, you know?
Absolutely. Like rhythm, when did like Yasuo come out? I can't remember, but like
I want to say like 2014, 2015,
like that, right?
14,
like it's
15.
Yeah, it hasn't even been 10 years yet.
No, it's been like maybe at the most 7.
At the end of the festival trap era is when I remember hearing rhythm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I remember hearing that at Heart Summer 14, dude.
Rhythm.
I don't know about Yasuo, but like rhythm, I was hearing that a lot.
Who played rhythm at Heart? Dude, I would have loved that.
I forgot some artists that were playing.
You might be right. You might be right.
I remember Snails dropped there. I remember Snails did his debut there, and I think I remember him playing like just one rhythm, and it was like, oh okay. Like, I don't really know what this is, but it's like dubstep, but it's like flowy and shit. I
kind of got like exposed to like what that like minimalistic dubstep was a little early before it was like called rhythm. I think it was called like garage or no, it was
UK
like
garage.
No, it wasn't garage. It was like swamp. I think it was like they were calling it
swamp music.
Yeah, it was crazy. But like a good artist back then was like Requake, and they were putting out like rhythm. We're not really labeling it rhythm, but it was just very minimalistic. So when it kind of started like changing and getting better, like it became rhythm, and then that's when shit just got like so good. I don't know. I love it. It can be melodic. It can be hard. It's fucking sick. I like rhythm.
Yeah, it's came a long ways.
Long fucking ways.
I was about to say that, man. The evolution of rhythm has been ridiculously impressing these past couple of years, bro, for sure.
There's some hitters, bro.
Yeah, I've been really digging Automate's work. I don't know if Automate's really dope ass producer's been taking that shit to the next level. He's
so like musically talented. I feel like he takes things so like different. Like he can have like such a great melodic intro and like drop it into something that's so like pleasing as far as like music theory goes. Like he's incredible. I love his music. I
think him and Ulusal are another one that really pushed the envelope when it comes to rhythm and shit.
Yeah, big shout out to Ulusal though. We went to go see Ulusal back at the Yost Theater.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's still probably one of my favorite sets I've ever seen. Like, especially the end when they went back to back. It was him, Lumberjack,
Lumberjack, man. I remember
who
that.
else was all there that they went? It was like three.
So,
or
I mean,
four
I remember
that
Soul
went back
Planet
to
was
back.
headlining.
Mm-hmm,
Soul Planet was headlining, and I forgot who the other person was.
Was Lumberjack the one dude or the two dude? Or no, the
It was just one person. Slumberjack was two.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, that got confusing. But dude, Yost, that had to have been in like 2015, 16, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the fun days, man. What was the Havoc Thursdays? That's what it was.
Yeah.
You guys went to those?
By White Rabbit Group.
Yeah,
Shout out to the White Rabbit Group gang, dude, to be
And
honest.
it's crazy because that's like before like there was a whole rhythm culture. Really, it was
Facts.
just still people like
It was trap. Like
Trap
trap was
and
like
dubstep.
rising
and,
up.
like bro step type shit.
Yeah.
I think their last show was like Hoochie or something, huh? Like one of Havoc Thursday's last shows was Hoochie, and that's when like trap was like popping. Flosstradamus was all.
She was lit, bro. What?
Dude.
I just remember that around that year of dubstep, I just remember hearing that one record and turn this place into a burial.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Every fucking DJ was just dropping that shit. I'm like, dude, you know what? This is like my 1000th time hearing this shit, but this shit
But it
still
busts.
slaps though. This
But
shit
it
still
busts.
slaps. Like,
I think if you
Respect.
didn't drop that song, you weren't a DJ, bro. Like, come on, at this point, like you had to drop.
like
that
you could have
song.
dropped like the prior
version
song.
or
That could have been your
something.
last song, and if you didn't choose that as your last song, your whole shit's invalid.
Yeah, that or like
it
the
didn't count.
it didn't count, dude. That or like the Carnage fucking festival trap remix. Dude, which song is it? It's
I know which one you're talking about.
I can't remember the fucking name of it. Someone played it the other day, but that was like always in people's sets back then.
Fuck, I'm forgetting about that one. I know what melody. I know the melody.
It's yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh man,
Fucking-
forgot.
I can't remember it.
Hey, let us know.
I
All
just
the
remember the
veterans.
claps come in and then the drop hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly.
Oh, Conga Rock, Babylon. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Yeah,
it?
Babylon. Yeah. Cause remember, yeah, Conga Rock,
Was it
Babylon.
that?
I think
Okay,
it is,
yeah,
bro.
gotcha.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna double down on that shit.
Double down. All
I know
right.
that shit. Conga Rock, Babylon.
Hold it to him. He's doubling down. What are you
All
putting
right,
on?
but yeah. Oh, you're gonna play that shit, Robert? We're gonna run that shit.
Battle Rock.
Conga Rock, Babylon.
Oh, Babylon.
Yeah, probably better to search it up on YouTube, maybe, because I think it might better results.
All right.
But yeah, dude, Congo Rock, Babylon, W&W, Blaster Jacks, like that was the era,
Blaster
bro.
Jacks, bro.
Big Room was fucking popping, dude. Sandra Silva, Epic was the track where everyone's all like, oh shit, bet. Like,
yeah.
this is the direction now. All right, bet.
All the artists that you guys, you remember that when we were young flyer you guys made?
we made,
like
yeah,
all
yeah,
of them
yeah.
are fucking like so. I was giving you guys shit about the Skrillex, but
Honestly, bro, like, and like it's funny that you brought that up because when I was making the flyer, I was like, I could put Skrillex on here, but to be honest, like it's just. I feel like that show was just like given, and like,
it's so.
and also I didn't want to put it on there to see if people would give me like shit, and
That
like,
was the first one.
I did get like, but there's a lot of artists I didn't include, and like people were
Yeah,
so like
absolutely.
saying like, oh, you missed blah 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 blah.
Everyone there smacked though. Like
Yeah.
Jack Beats, fucking like Castlevania, like all of them.
Yeah,
All of them back then were
obviously I had a lot more, but I guess people want a phase 2. People want a phase 2 lineup. Yeah.
second day lineup.
All right, I'm gonna say it's Babylon.
Did you
Congo
find
Rock.
it?
Is this one?
It's gonna be
No,
the
go
first one, I
up.
think.
No, that's not that one. Okay, search up.
Oh, first one. Yeah, it's the first one.
Let's see.
It's gotta be, bro.
Nah, I can tell you right now. It's
Oh,
not that.
never mind. Nah, never mind. Fuck it.
Damn,
All
you
right.
doubled down on that shit, bro.
Hey, sometimes you win, you lose some.
Fucking dude.
I guess you don't know your tempos. Dog.
Yeah.
Bro, I just don't know my tracks.
I'll send you my Venmo later.
Guess that track. Oh yeah, bro. Fuck.
Nah, but true.
We'll see what's up.
No, but yeah, the whole like I like seeing how rhythm, like specifically culture in general, like when you think of a typical rhythm person, you think all black clothes, you think
Definitely in LA for sure. That's the style.
yeah, and I don't know
I'm
like
feeding into it.
I don't know what they got that from or where that culture derived from, you know? Like it doesn't really make too much sense.
If
to
I
me.
had to give a good educated guess on like where the whole rhythm scene came from and like who was really pushing it back in those years, like 2015, 2016, I remember my cousin Adam would tell me that he would always go to these like Catch One shows when they would have it underground. And Savage Society would always have like the show with blood thinners and
Yeah.
all these foods and that. That's the only group that was first starting like the type of shows that I remember that people were going to like the shows in LA, like, oh, like this is like some straight up like underground. They were calling people that didn't know were calling like, yeah, this was like straight underground dubstep shit, but
Mhm.
that was rhythm like that these fuckers were pushing. You know, they were pushing that UK rhythm, like drum and bass. Like, different, like, it was just like UK shit. And like I feel like that was really heavily influenced on a lot of the crowd in LA when they would attend these shows, and people got inspired from that. Some people became producers, started making their own rhythm, and then now rhythm's where it's at today.
Yeah.
Was that the first genre that you started producing when you got into FL Studio, or were you just kind of messing around?
I was actually making more like trap stuff back then because dubstep was a lot harder to make back then. Like I didn't have a lot of access to like
Cymatics wasn't present yet, right?
Dude, Splice wasn't even a fucking thought.
Facts.
But trap was super easy to make. You could just, get your good drums in, have a good 808, and then have some little perk in the background. It was super simple. And so I started off doing that. I attempted dubstep and was just like, this sucks. I'm not gonna do that. And then once I got into Ableton once I got into Innovative is really when I started like learning from people like Josh or Barrett. Shout out Barrett.
Oh, dude, yeah, shout out Barrett.
Lab Rat. Fucking that's his new name now. But
what was Michi producing at the time too?
Yeah. He was making more like bounce stuff.
Yeah, there you go, bounce.
That shit was fire. I remember back then. He was pushing that.
He's Shoku now.
Shoku. Shout out Shoku. But so yeah, I started off with trap, and then I kind of got into like more like just beats, I guess. I was super into like Mr. Carmack back then, and then I got into Innovative. I remember my first show actually. I was playing a lot of trap stuff, and then Josh was showing me how to produce and stuff, and then K9 was showing me a little more like later down the road and stuff, and I've just been making dubstep since then. I mean, I make other stuff, but it's been primarily dubstep since Innovative.
If I had to guess your trap playlist, probably had some hoochie in there,
Absolutely.
some Stooky sound.
You know me too well, brother. You know me too well.
Well, shit, I think when it comes to the trap era of 2014, 2018, there was those familiar names. Yeah, you had brought up, dropping some fucking Stooky sound, hoochie,
Carmack.
I remember even homeboy over here, Mark, was showing us some fucking Carmack. That's how you put me on that shit. Yeah, Mr. Carmack. I actually got to see Mr. Carmack the last hard summer. Yeah, 2021. And he wasn't playing a lot of like the trap shit. He's like playing a lot more like experimental indie stuff. But a lot of drum and bass actually too. He was playing a lot of drum and bass.
Fucking power to him, man. Yeah, he it took a little different approach, and it's cool. I respected it. But I just love his old stuff. Like his Drugs EP, like that was the first thing I heard by him, and shit changed. Shit changed the way I thought about trap. I was like, this shit's sick.
Troy Boy changed the way I looked at trap.
Absolutely.
Facts.
I wasn't really like a huge fan of his stuff, like his production, but I saw him at Hard Summer. I can't remember which year, but dude, it was live. He's a great DJ.
Yeah, he's dope. He has a lot of hip hop influence, so I really fuck with that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's from the UK too.
Is he really?
That's a UK style right there, yeah.
Oh shit, I had no idea.
Yeah, big shout out to Troy Boy.
Yeah,
he's fucking had collaboration with Nina Sky, like a bunch of dope.
Yeah.
Dope vocalists. Pretty tight.
I feel like Floss put him on like super heavy back then when they made
Sound Clash.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was a bomb, bro. I remember hearing that shit every time, like going to a festival. Din, 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 din.
Yeah, everyone played that shit, man.
Shout out Trap, dude.
There's always that like one song everyone fucking plays each year.
Like that one Zomboy track that just popped off that everybody played.
Yeah, which one was it?
Zomboy, something with an O, maybe.
He had a few. I think.
Really big one.
I know which. I kind of have the sound that's like going in my head for that.
It was a big fucking
like a bitch. I think it was called like a bitch.
Like a bitch. That's one.
Bitch.
Probably was like a bitch.
Lights Out was a big one.
Lights Out was good.
Yeah,
he's had some hitters, bro.
Yeah, like a bitch was like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those are the days.
Damn, dude. Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days. Back in the early 10s.
So what year? Because I'm guessing this was like FL Studio time when you were doing trap.
Yeah.
When you got into Ableton, were you still doing trap, or that's when you switched over to like, all right, we're gonna do some rhythm shit?
I was still making trap on Ableton. Yeah, it was more like festival traps type stuff. God, I wish I could find my old stuff. If I could find my old laptop, dude, I'll send it to you because, bro, there's some fucking shit on there. It's so bad. But when I got into making dubstep, I had already been using Ableton for like probably like 4 years, maybe. It's a rough guess.
Okay.
But yeah, Ableton is the key. Sorry.
Okay. So I kind of want to start asking this to every producer that comes in now, just to, I don't know, see their take on production. What's like your most used VST?